Osho also says, be a joke onto yourself. If you can play joke on yourself, if you can take yourself non-seriously, then you will remain unburdened. This one has to learn. And if you can take yourself non-seriously, that means you have become matured. Because seriousness is the basic disease. People who are too much identified with what they do, their job, their position, they will become very serious. That is just a role you are playing in the film. Why you are taking it so seriously? You are very serious about your job, Mr. Karen?
Only serious enough to keep it.
Keep it means what?
Means
keep the farts safe.
To keep the job lah. Just serious enough to keep it. Like you can't take it literally.
But you have a great illusion. You have not observed yourself well. If your students are just not very polite to you, not very behaving in a very respectful manner, they may not be doing anything. You are just assuming. Then it goes very deep inside you and you can remain grumpy for 1-2 days. If I am not there, you will be in that state for longer time. So if you are not taking your job seriously, then why it happens? So you are not observing yourself properly. It's not possible not to take yourself seriously if you are not to a great extent conscious. When was the time when you were saying your mind, observing your mind, till I came into your life? You may be reading Osho, but you were never looking inside your inner disease. And most of the even Osho sannyasin, they are not observing inside what is going on in their head. They may be doing meditation technique, but more subtle, these things are all right. You are doing meditation techniques and you sit in meditation. Meditation happens. But if you don't observe your mind well, if you are not watchful of whatever is going inside your head, then how you will get rid of those things? It will go on moving in the vicious circle. It will continue. I said on that day that because you are a female, you are a woman, so it may not be very easy for you to be very meditative, to observe your mind, because this is something we are programmed in such a way that this looks some boring and dry. We want all the time juice. And what happens while we desire juice is we start drinking urine. But the reality is that only as long as you are identified with your gender, with your form, otherwise consciousness is there. It is there in man, it is there in woman. Same consciousness is there. There is no difference in that. Women are more identified with their emotions. Their emotions are more stormy. But they have allowed it. That's why it may be good also. If you have a very healthy emotion, then you can be a good mother. You will have more feeling. You can take care of other people. But when you have emotions, you have both. You will have positive and you will have negative also. If you are not alert, then the negative emotions will start dominating you, and that will give you a real taste of hell. So whether you are a male or female, if you don't take it very seriously, your gender, then you can become very conscious. No one is stopping you. If that is not that easy and then at least try to be more loving. Love someone completely, madly, so that all your whatever is garbage within you are all burnt and your love becomes pure. The more you reach to your silent center, the more loving you are. How much you are in love with the kind of life which everyone is living, how much you feel it is meaningful.
Not at all.
If not at all, then are you frustrated with that kind of life? Has vairag happened in you, detachment? You're totally fed up with that. You are saying not at all, but if it was real, then the other thing would happen. Gyan will happen. That is, you will come to know yourself. Because we are still very much attracted to our lower instinct and the kind of unconscious life everyone is living. And we want to be part of that mob, that crowd. So then we don't have enough energy to travel in. So if your detachment is real, if your vairag is real, if your frustration with this unconscious life is real, then you will come to your center. You will be settled in your consciousness. It is not even good to say your consciousness, because this is universal. This consciousness is nobody's possession. There is only one consciousness. When the sun is reflected in many water sources, be it river, ocean, sea, lake, or even in a ditch, it is the same sun. It can be reflected in millions of things, but it is the same sun. In the same way, there is only one consciousness. Because it is functioning in forms, so we have the illusion that we have separate consciousness. And the more you are settled in your being, the more you will become relaxed. So all these things, one will follow other. And if you are more relaxed, more and more relaxed, then you will reach to the very center, your very center, which is silence. You will start sinking, drowning in that silence. If you have become matured, if you have become ripe by seeing life, by observing life, then vairag will happen, real vairag. Then you will not go to the mall if it is not needed. Once you are settled in yourself, you can do anything. Then you are permitted. Because then you can never lose your real nature. Once you have known it, you can never lose. So, how much is your attraction? Now tell the truth.
Attraction for the truth.
No, for the lies, for the world around you.
Maybe 10%.
How you have counted the percent? You are very good in counting percentage.
Based on how much I participate in their activities.
You have anything to ask? You have?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So as it just came, also used to make the person medium and medium for the society that he or she or anyone go to the society and conduct the meditation camp. For example, he said the Gurudev that you go as anyway, you know what I'm saying. So
you go?
You know what I'm saying, what he said to Gurudev and many more. He used them as a medium. Somewhere he explained that the worst part is if someone using them, using any person as a tool, as an object, that's the worst feeling for the man also, and that is the worst part for that man who is using also. I'm not saying that Osho was using also.
Osho was?
Comparing it with my friend.
What you said, Osho? You are not saying Osho was?
Osho was using them as a tool. I'm saying because of
even if you are for just to even if you assume he was using them as tool, they were already being used as a tool by the society, by the unconscious society. If he was using them, there was a chance they can come out of being mechanical.
Yeah, and the
Even if you see that he was using them. Okay, now you continue.
I was asking this question because of
when he is telling someone to do anything, to take meditation camp or do whatever, you publish Osho Time magazine or whatever, you take care of the garden, you clean the toilet, you do whatever. At the center is meditation. So whatever he is looking at the person, what is his, where he can flower. So he gives them job accordingly. And he goes on changing also, not that you have to, only few people may be continuing at one place. Otherwise, they were being changed. You are today working in the toilet, maybe next, after some time, you may be working in Osho Times publishing department. Sometime, all those people who were very rich and were very educated, they were many times sent to cleaning toilet also. And many of them were very happy that we were fucked up with our left brain. We wanted something manual, something which brings our energy down to our hand and to our feet. We wanted to do something, and then they could relax. Otherwise, they were always full of tension. That's why he told these people that 6 hour or 8 hour work you have to do in ashram. Because we are so restless. You cannot have, it's not possible that if you sit silently, you will be just sitting silently and roses and lotus will blossom within you. Only grasses will grow, that is what Gurudev says. Only grasses will grow. As the Zen, these people have said, sitting silently, doing nothing. The spring comes and the grass grows by itself. He said, only grass can grow by itself. You need to be guided by someone who has the eyes, who is awakened. So wherever he was sending people, he will send them according to their need, according to where they will flower. And sometimes maybe it is because he wanted to reach to the whole world. His message should reach to the whole world. So it is not right to say he was using them. His main concern was your inner growth. Everything else was secondary. Now you finish whatever your question was.
So, also said that for someone, if someone is using you as object, or anyone isn't using anyone as object.
But the reality is everyone is using everyone else as an object. Even parents are using their children as an object. Whatever they want, whatever is their unfulfilled ambitions, they want it to be fulfilled through their children. So you are already being used. Now you continue.
That line closes all my arguments.
Still you have anything more to say in this? Then I will speak.
Okay. Yeah. So, actually that line closed.
Being used by an unconscious world, being used by unconscious people who are themselves in darkness, people who are themselves stumbling, people who are full of garbage, full of unconscious animalistic instinct and being used by an enlightened person, they are totally different. Actually, Osho was not using anyone, that was their sadhana. If someone was sent, you take meditation camps. That was their sadhana. He can see into your unconsciousness that if he was sending some people to take meditation camps, he could see their possibility and potential, that they have the possibility and potential to become masters. They have the possibility to be enlightened. And they have this knack, this talent to take people into meditation. Or maybe they have this unconscious desire to be guru. So only when you are seeing yourself in right situation, you are meditating and you are doing all those things. When this situation is presented to you, then only you will know what goes on inside you. What kind of animals are lying in you. If he gave to Vinod Khanna that you work in the, you work as a gardener, my gardener. And he was given a room which was just as big as his body. Something like 6 feet by 6 feet. And he was a superstar in the movie, full of affluence and richness, and he was given just a small room where he can barely adjust his body. So, and perhaps he was given a room where some people had died earlier. I don't remember exactly, but in his family there were many deaths. His mother died, his some aunt died, maybe his sister died, at least 3-4 deaths. And he was very afraid. He was himself thinking, I may die anytime soon. And he was very much like in a very bad state in a way. I don't know whether it's true or not, but I was just, maybe it's not exactly as it was being told. But I think it was Mahesh Bhatt who took him to Osho first. Perhaps. No, I think maybe Vijayanand. All of them, maybe Vijayanand went little earlier. So he was given that room, and he was working as a gardener. And he said, because he was a tall person, well-built man, so he has to go inside all the trees, and the instruction was that you don't have to cut any tree. So he will enter inside to water them. And if there were thorns, then his body will be cut at some certain places by thorns. But he accepted it. Whatever work was given to him. Gurdjieff was far more cruel taskmaster. This was nothing compared to what Gurdjieff used to do with his disciples. He was maybe sometime washing dishes also, and he did so many things. But all those things made him a more complete person. He could live anywhere. A film star is in a way an incapable person. He cannot survive in the outside world. If their richness is taken away, if they are not given any attention, they will die, because they are always desiring attention. That is what is said, that there are three types of people. Those who are just seeking attention. They have become like exhibitionist. They want to please you. They are doing things which you appreciate. Then they cannot have an individuality. They will have to do according to what the crowd wishes from them. If they start behaving like an individual, the same people will stop appreciating their movies and their whatever they are doing. And the second type of people are like spectators. They are not doing anything, but they are watching others people doing things. They are in a way, in your spiritual search, in a way better state. Because the first one has become completely like an object. He has objectified himself. He has become like a consumer object. You are consumer, he is being consumed. And the spectator, he is just watching others, what they are doing. And the third type of person is a conscious person, is a witness. He is not observing what others are doing, he is observing himself. He goes inside. He tries to find his own nature and he acts according to that. Not according to the expectation of the crowd. He will not be doing what others are doing. He will be doing what comes from within him. Swadharme nidhanam shreya pardharmo bhayavaha. Whatever comes from within your inner nature, you should be even ready to die for that. Never accept what is not your self nature. That is terrible for you. But for that you will have to find out your inner nature. At the very center of whatever Osho was telling to anyone was meditation. If meditation is absent, then you can go on experiencing anything. You can be drowned in luxury, but you will never be transformed. All those people who are having all the luxuries, they never become Buddhas. Because they are not meditating. So anyone who says that in ashram this was happening, that was happening, all their diseases were given by the society. Osho was just giving them the cure. But at the center of the cure, the central medicine was meditation. Once you become witness of your act, if those acts are harmful for you and harmful for others also, they will start dropping. Only those things will remain which nourishes you. Those things which are destructive cannot remain in the fire of awareness. So anyone who thinks Osho was using anyone, why he should use? He was himself fulfilled, so what was the need for him to use anyone? But you are taking yourself as a person. When you are the consciousness, wherever there is darkness, you should try to remove your inner darkness and help other people also in removing that darkness. If you are not capable, you should do what the master is telling you. Because even if you are full of light and all around you, you are very alert and awake and you know how to drive properly. But all around you, there are people who are driving while they are asleep or they are drunkard. So the accident can happen, even you can die. So you have to bring them out of their addiction of being drunk, being alcoholic, being unconscious. That's why Osho said that I was in a great pain. I was very restless to know myself. And when I came to know myself, there was another restlessness begin. How to remove their suffering of those who are in inner darkness. In the beginning, you are a patient, then you become a doctor. So when you become a doctor, then you have to cure others, you have to help others to be cured. Now you have to ask something so that I can say something. Any of you?
So, so by manipulating someone.
What?
By manipulating someone. And so, let me continue again from somewhere else. So, if you are using someone or something, wealth, his time, his money, his resources, or someone else.
What? Something?
If some guy is using some other guy's resources, wealth, time, money, equipment.
Like you have bought something for me.
No, like I gave money to my friends and they betrayed. They said, no, we did not take and we are not going to give you back.
We did not take means they are saying they have not taken anything from you.
Yeah, one is saying that I did not take anything.
How much you gave to him?
Approx 2,20,000.
And he's saying he has not taken anything from you.
Yeah, it's a long story. I will cover in short. But somehow I managed to get back. I was saying anything, someone using resources, and at the other hand, it's like some of my friends, they don't even feel if they are using some other things or money, anything.
If you have to ask something about the you feel that I am also using in some way, you can ask, because there is nothing to be constipated about. You can ask, because
I'm not. I will ask clearly, directly. I
Okay.
don't feel that.
Mhm.
So, they don't even feel that we are using that. Like they even say that even if you are stealing something, that is also all right. I mean, they have no guilt, no shame for if some guy is stealing some other's property or paying
That
money.
shows they are just in complete darkness. Their consciousness is totally asleep. And if you are in their company, you will get involved in some accident one day with them. You may have a fatal accident, what the Biharis call fatal accident. You may have a fatal accident someday, and you will have a fatal asshole. Very bad language from me. One has to laugh sometimes. So okay, now you continue. That is also your problem. You are so much surrounded by all kind of people who are not at all meditative. There may be some who may be claiming also. And I feel that Haryana is very tamasic and very, I don't know which is more in a worse state. Maybe Haryana is even worse state than Bihar. Huh?
It's Rajsik.
Both tamasic and rajasic. If you are rajasic, you will be falling into tamas also. They are not running very fast. They are not very restless just because they have a direction. They are going directionless. The more tamasic you are, the more directionless you will be. You are in a very clouded state. You are in very... And once your rajas is you have consumed it, then where you will go? You will be then in tamas. So they are both together. They are more, you can say they are more rajasic, but as far as their consciousness is concerned, it is all tamasic in a way. I think the Western people are more rajasic compared to Haryanvis. Huh? Maybe even Haryanvis, Jat and all those people, they are definitely very rajasic. Even in Swamiji's camp, they are all the time laughing. They are even in the middle of the night, early in the morning. Whenever you see, they are all the time just in their wild energy. But if your rajas has a light, inner light, then it can become very auspicious. If your rajas has no inner light, that lack of inner light is coming from your inner darkness, your tamas. So if you are very rajasic and you have the light, then you can be very auspicious. These people, Yogi or Modi, they are also rajasic in a way, but they have some light also. That's why they are doing constructive things. They are doing things which can take India into great height if they are able to, if they succeed. But success of all those things depend upon the collective consciousness also. If all around you they are tamasic people, or they are rajasic people without any direction, then it will be very destructive disruptive, preventive. They will prevent the progress. All those who are in power, they have to be Rajasic. Otherwise, if they have to run a country, Rajas is good. Those who are in army, they should be Rajasic. Otherwise, how they will fight? But if the light is there, then they will have a direction. Like all these rustlers, they are all very Rajasic. But because they were clouded and confused, so others, they could use them. And they were desiring power very much. Few of them wanted to join some political party. So they were used like a tool. And I don't know whether they may be fighting some elections from some party. But I don't know whether they are going to win or not. And many of those wrestlers who were still younger, maybe then many of their career is destroyed. So it is the kind of company you live with will have its influence on your life. If they are going to hell, in the direction of hell, they will take you also. So you need to have the guts to say no to those people whom you don't want to associate with. The more you are with them, the more you will be entrapped. Someday you will be in such a state where you cannot even say no, because you are already so much bound. If the clarity is there, you will not associate with them from the very beginning. There have been some politicians who have told me, some people who have told me, we can do things for you. But I saw their ambition, what they wanted. I saw the poison in their whole agenda, their whole planning. I feel that everyone, if there is some clarity, can see that this may lead to me into more trouble. But then they don't listen to that part. They don't listen to this still small voice within them. Now you say.
There is no more to say.
No, you can ask something about me also. I also ask you to buy something. There is no need to just hesitate.
Different thing.
Actually, I am more direct than almost all of those people who are in spiritual things. They will say, we are taking it for ashram, we are taking it for... They are all touching the nose, taking their hand from round their head. They are not touching it directly. Osho has said it very clearly. Life is give and take. If you just go on giving and you don't take anything, you cannot give for long. I also used to believe just go on giving, but it's a mutual thing. And in this world, especially the kind of time we are living in India, where very few people are genuinely interested in anything spiritual. And if you are not if you don't have the corporate kind of brain, if you don't have this business sense, you are not of that type, then you will starve to death. So I can tell to only those people with whom I have spent some long time with them, now you give something to me, because with whom I will say, otherwise I will starve to death. Now any day my father can just plop whatever money he gives, even that will be finished. That's why I was telling her also, don't waste your money in stupid things. Because once you start if you feel that this is the right direction, then we are not separate. We have to help each other where the other person is lacking, where the other person is not able to manage things. It may be because of any reason. I could have managed very easily money, but when the right time was there, my father was creating all the obstruction, and all those who were other members of my family, they were also not in any way supportive. If there was only one person who was supporting me totally, then I would not have listened to anyone else. And if you are wasting your money in stupid things, I could have said it very clearly, but she didn't ask. She was asking me all the time in indirect ways. This is dishonesty. This is being not authentic. You are asking also, and you are not asking straight forward that you are doing this, should I continue or not? And you never ask when you started it, because you were so much greedy to do it. You thought your problems will be all solved. It may have, sometime you have a psychological problem which has no real base, and you think this will help you. Like Osho says many times about Tajib. What it is called? Tajib.
What is it related to?
Talisman or whatever. You know it. You put something in your hand, or it is like auspicious something. Tajib. Tabiz. I was just not pronounced. I think in Hindi, in English, it is called talisman. Maybe I'm not. I think it is called this. You are afraid to go. You are afraid to come back to your house in the night because there are some trees and some people say it is haunted. And you are so afraid, you are almost dying. You went to a saint and he said that you just wear this. What is it? Tabiz. You wear this tabiz and it will help you. You respected that saint and you trusted him. Now the fear is gone. This tabiz has done nothing. It is all psychological. You trusted him, he said. But Osho says that even then, now you will be afraid to lose this tabiz. If it is lost, then what will happen? Again the ghost will come. So now you will be very afraid to lose it. And now you have become dependent on it. This is not liberation. You have to one day get rid of that also. Your problems were psychological. So some psychological solution was given to you. I was saying don't spend your money on others.
Yeah, I have given that time already.
Maybe you needed all those experience to become more mature. She also needed, but if you go on committing the same mistake again and again, that means you are not intelligent. Now you have learned. Especially if you are an Osho sannyasin, then you are not part of the society. So you have to take care of yourself. Otherwise, you may be in trouble. Otherwise, they will exploit you. You will not be able to live your life according to your inner light. Then you will have to follow this society. And if your friend gets more involved in that, then he will have to compromise more and more. You can support someone from outside, but if you yourself get involved and your problem is not yet solved, so what is the need to get involved in more and more ditches? You will start drowning in ditches and then you will see you're full of shit. Try to make your life more simple, not simple, not simple. If your life has become very complex, while you will sit in meditation, all those thoughts will be coming to you. If you have to take care of anyone's body, first take care of your own body, then you can take care of someone who respects you, who loves you. He may be anyone. Or if you love someone very much, he may not be loving you, but you love and you feel, then be ready to be even cheated and dissed. Accept that also. But if your love is just very unconscious, then it is not love. So you have to find your silent center, and then whatever you will be doing will be mostly right. The more closer to your center you are. One should be interested in politics so that you are not caught in it. You should be aware of all those people who are around you. Everyone is a politician. Someone may be in politics, someone may not be. And if you know what kind of mind people have, then you will not be harmed. If you are aware, then you can remain alert about it. And even if you want to help other people, if you are not aware what is the content of their mind, how you will be able to help. And if you know about minds, then you will be able to, you meet a person, then you will be able to see whether he is worth working on or not. If he is in such a bad state where he needs to experience more of the life, he is not ready for it, then it will be just all wastage of your time and energy, and he will be also wasting because he is seeking something else. I blocked Prince just day before yesterday, I think. He has a madness inside, which he hides very carefully, but that's why he doesn't want to come together, because he doesn't want to expose his reality inside. He is wearing the mask of that he is very meditative and all those things. He is madhouse bound. And now I will not be guiding him, so it may be very quick that he will be in great trouble. If you are not ready at all to listen to your sickness, then what is the point? I should also. Just recently, 2-3 times he behaved in a very idiotic way. Then again he realized, then okay, all right. But then last time when he did his stupidity, then I thought it's better to block him. This is called a schizophrenic mind, that you are so divided, two people are living inside you. When one is dominating, you don't know about the other. After some time, the other is there. His outside was in a way quite he was in a better state compared to most of the people to go inside. He was getting the money without doing anything, and he was having a quite decent life outside. But the greed is never ending. If he was in India, he would, even to get a job of chaprasi will be difficult, because he is not qualified at all about anything. But there he is living in a very good house, everything, and because it's a small country and it is rich, so if you are not doing anything, then the government is giving you. But how long it will give? Now everywhere in European countries, they will just, that is why they want war all the time, so that they have more opportunity to exploit. China has also learned it very well from West, how to rob other people. It's all sick country. China is a very sick country, totally sick country. Those who appreciate China, they are idiots. It's just stealing others' properties, other money, everything it is claiming it is ours. But if you don't know what is happening in the world, if people are unaware, then your country will become bankrupt. Then all your meditation, everything will be finished. Now whatever is happening in India, it's so horrible. You know anything or not? Whatever is happening these last few days.
Something I know, something I don't.
What do you know? What was the most horrible thing you came to know, which happened just either yesterday or just 1 or 2 days back?
No, 2 days back I don't know.
Yes, because this monster Banerjee is a real monster. She should be in madhouse. She is totally crazy. She is so dictatorial and she is so sick. She is a complete criminal. And she has destroyed West Bengal completely. If central government is not ready to take stern government, it will go out of India, or it will create trouble for the whole India. Now this way it is not going to work. Modi has to become dictator. There is no other way, otherwise he cannot remove all these garbage which has been collected. The ED people went there. They don't have the power to arrest you, but if you have earned money through wrong ways, they have their duty is to inquire. So they went into a Muslim leader of West Bengal. His name is Sheikh Shahjahan. Must be almost a mafia, or even worse than a mafia. So when they went there, I think it was, I don't know whether they are called, maybe it's IG, very senior officer, and other people. They were surrounded, some people said they were surrounded by 200 people, some says surrounded by 600, some says 2000. I didn't see the video, but I was listening to Nazia Ilahi Khan. She was being interviewed. You know Nazia Ilahi Khan or not? I have shared her video many times.
Yeah.
She is very courageous, though she is a Muslim, but she is part of BJP and she loves Hindu religion very much. She knows everything about Islam. So when the ED people went there, and what he was doing was that whatever the money which maybe central government is giving for rationing of the poor people, 30-40% he was just selling it. Even those which was meant for really poor people, he was selling all those things. So the EG went to inquire, and they were surrounded by Rohingyas and other Muslims. She said that 70% of them were Rohingyas, because Mamata Banerjee is an expert in inviting all these criminals. So then they started stone pelting and beating these people. So many of them were injured. I think the IG, whatever he was, IG or something, he was also, his head was full of blood. And so you are the lawmakers, you are there to run the state, and you are doing such thing. No one can do anything without her. If she is not agreeing, they cannot do it. She knows that her empire is totally dependent on these criminal elements. And she knows that she is 100% corrupt. She may be who knows whether she may be a Muslim. She is a beef eater. She has come from Bangladesh. So you just have to make a certificate with a Hindu name. She is giving them, all these people, the idea, this way you have to deal with the ED. The ED will come in Bihar, and this 9/12 idiot will also do the same kind of thing. Their master is teaching them how to deal. Before also, so many times, the CBI were arrested by the Bengal police. But this is too much now. The central government should have guts enough to arrest them. What is this? This is democracy. In the name of democracy, you cannot allow everything. But if people are totally asleep, this kind of government comes. So if you say that, oh, you have nothing to do with politics, then there will be dance of death all around you. You just have to go to West Bengal, what happens there. You cannot even breathe there. And this will happen everywhere in India if people are not alert. So I cannot believe in anyone, whether it is Osho, Buddha, Krishna, anyone saying that politics, you have to remain aloof from it, remain away from it. Only because good people are running away from it, they are escaping from it. That's why bad people are all these absolutely untalented, uncreative people. Those who cannot do anything. All those criminals, they are all in politics. And politics is so important. And we should not live in a fool's paradise, in a world which is just dreamy. It is all connected. Don't live in the illusion that meditation will solve all your problems. Meditation is like a flower of a tree or of a plant. But if the roots is not there, if branches are not there, if leaves are not there, how the flower will happen? Before a tree flowers, you need all those things. Otherwise, there will be no flowering. You cannot reject your earthly life. You cannot reject food and necessary things. Why you are so asleep? Why you are so dead? No class today then?
No, I'm listening, Swami.
Listening, but what is that?
Listening for me, I will sit straight with the spine straight.
Your time is to fart. That will make you light.
Okay.
Politics is the central thing in the life at present, because they are the decision makers. They are doing everything, and you are a complete idiot if you think you can just avoid them. Osho was very clear. He said it that young people should not join politics, but they should know what is politics. If you don't even know, then you are just an nincompoop. One has to be totally informed. And democracy means it is participatory. You cannot remain just aloof from it. Outside and inside world are not separate. They are connected. There are so many very educated people in Modi's government, and they are doing very good. So why cannot educated people join? And this is what Osho was saying. Either people are all mad, those who are following Osho. He was talking about meritocracy. How meritocracy will happen? Only when meritorious people who are talented, creative will join politics. Only then meritocracy will happen. When we are not able to understand what the master is saying, then we just take some small part of it. He was giving you a complete vision of life, and you are just, everything is included in that. He had said it very clearly. Because good people don't go to politics, then bad people have all the powers. He said that good people are not dying for power, so they will not be interested. So you should request them. Such West Bengal, Bihar, these places are in very chaotic state. Anything can happen anytime. There is no governance, there is no government, there is no governance. Only outlaws. People are running the whole show. Even this 9 failed person has been called by ED many times, but he is avoiding. Why they are not going? They know they have done all the wrong things. That is proof enough.
Kejriwal also.
Kejriwal has avoided maybe 9 times or whatever. I do. But he will be inside the wall. He will be inside the cage. His very name is cage and wall. So how long he can escape? He has to enter into the cage. Or his whole cabinet is inside the cage, inside the wall. When in his name is cage and wall, where this Kachadawala will go? He has to go there. He is the most corrupt politician of India of all time. But if he has befooled all educated people, that shows that these all educated people are just complete idiots. They cannot recognize, they cannot understand who is the right person and who is the wrong person. So what is the point of all your degrees? When you cannot see who is a cheater, who is a fraud, then you are just a dumb person. You may call yourself a meditator, you may call yourself a great engineer, great doctor, great professor, great scientist. But if this charlatan, this 420 has befooled everyone, Sri 420, Mr. Natwar Lal, what it shows? People are neither meditative nor they are worldly wise. They are just idiots. And how much these people are wasting? They have hoarded billions and billions of rupees. The same money which could have made India into superpower. I am not interested in India being a superpower. But India is the only country which can guide the world. Otherwise, all the countries are just totally worthless at present. They may be very good, they may have very advanced technology, but everything is going towards destruction, towards exploitation. Modi should become a complete dictator for these people now. After 2024, only when these people are just taken around when they are handcuffed and they are moved around the cities, all these corrupt people will understand. If you do such thing, this is public money, this is for their welfare, and you are using it just for becoming more and more powerful. In the election, you can spend all those money like water and you can buy their votes. But now journalists and people, these idiotic journalists, they are saying that it was never heard of, that you are the ED people or CBI or police are beaten. But if people can shamelessly hoard millions of rupees, billions of rupees, they are already doing everything unlawful. So this is just very small thing they will be doing to protect their money. They will be using all violent means. And this man was giving speech. If the ED people come, break their teeth and break their nose, things like that he was saying to his people. If you don't appreciate Ram, Ravan will rule. There is no other. If you want Ravan not to rule you, then you have to respect Ram, otherwise Ravan will come. यहाँ से 50-50 मील दूर जब बच्चा रोता है तो माँ कहती सो जा बेटे, नहीं तो गब्बर सिंह आ जाएगा और उस गब्बर का नाम तूने पूरा मिट्टी में मिलाई दिया, इसकी सजा तुम्हें मिलेगी, भरपूर मिलेगी। अरे कालिया, कितनी गोली है इस बंदूक में?